Okay, Joe Casey with Casey Aviation, and I'm here with Travis Parr at Kingdom Air Corps in Sutton, Alaska. Travis, you're the newest private pilot in the American Registry,
Yes, I am.
and congratulations on earning your license.
Thank you very much.
Okay, but this isn't just a normal, regular old thing. You've got a neat history in missionary type work. Where have you been over the last, and I know it's 18 years. Where you been? What you doing?
I've been in Southeast Asia in a country called Malaysia on an island called Penang.
All right. And what are you doing? When you're doing missionary work, what is your work that you're doing?
Currently, my primary work is with a sports club that is run by my local church there, and so I run the rock climbing section of it. So we use rock climbing as an outreach tool to get to know people and to bring people into the church.
You know, 100 years ago, if you'd had people that said, I have a rock climbing ministry in Malaysia, no one would have believed a word you said. They wouldn't even know what you're talking about. But in today's world, you can kind of see it, and how you can reach people in a rock climbing ministry. It's kind of a cool thing, that's for sure. Tell me, you're obviously in Alaska right now, and
Yes.
you just got your private license.
Yes.
Why? What's up with getting your license now?
I'm originally from Colorado, and I have always been interested in aviation, but I've never had the time or the finances to pursue it.
Right.
And so I came back to the US from my normal 3-month furlough at the end of June of last year, and then Malaysia re-locked down because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so I've been stuck in the US since then.
Yeah.
So I figured I have the time. Now would be a good time to pursue aviation. And
Absolutely.
I was looking for the finance avenue side of it, and a friend of my family knew of Kingdom Air Corps and recommended me to look up Kingdom Air Corps. So I did, and then I sent in an application, and they invited me to come up and train here.
Absolutely. And it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful thing that people are able to come here when they can't afford it to otherwise, and use aviation. Do you see yourself being able to use aviation back in Malaysia?
Very much so. I send out regular newsletters, and I sent one about 2 weeks ago, and I've already had a reply from one of the ministries in Malaysia asking if I would be able to land on rivers or lakes, because they're specifically looking at people who can deliver medical supplies to villages along the lakes.
Yeah.
So I can't yet, but it looks like I might need to pursue a float rating.
That would be just terrible to have to do that.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Okay, so you're a private pilot license, private pilot now. What's next?
Next, I'm not sure. It looks like Malaysia won't open up until at least next year, so I'm looking at the possibility of continuing my training,
Getting an instrument rating?
getting my instrument rating and possibly float rating, and then,
Maybe even a commercial pilot license if
Maybe
you can
on
get it all
commercial.
done quickly.
yep,
Yeah. And Kingdom Air Corps is opening up a place in Texas
yes,
and Florida, if I understood it correct.
Texas and Pennsylvania.
Texas and Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And one of those two might be a place where you might end up and continue your training.
Yes.
So aviation's getting bigger and bigger. And the cool part to me about you is that you have a primary mission you've got, but you saw aviation as something that you can strengthen your ministry.
Yeah.
And you're basically making hay while the sun shines, and you're doing something when you can't do your main thing because of COVID.
Yeah.
And there's so many missionaries that have had that come down, being where it's put a pause or interrupted their ministry, their life. But the good ones are the ones that are actively pursuing ways that they can minister to people, and in this case, aviation may be the way.
Yeah.
Great. Congratulations. Hey, how can people find more of you? Have you got a website, or do you have an email, or how do you want people to get a hold of you?
I do have an email. I don't have a website because where I am, it's a little bit sensitive, so I try not to publish too much information.
Yeah.
But I do have an email address. It's squiggittt@gmail.com.
Perfect. I won't rehash that because I'll probably mess it up. But anyway, yeah. If you want to get a hold of Travis, then go to that email. That's a great way to do it, or just get a hold of Kingdom Air Corps. They know how to get a hold of people. So it's just cool stuff. Hey, congratulations on your private license.
Thank you
Good to
very
see you
much.
doing good ministry, and congrats again.
All right.